Hello YouTube, and this is another video, and obviously the 2018 Formula 1 season is underway. Stay tuned in this video as I run through every team, each of the 10 teams in the order of my favourite liveries. Leave a like if you enjoyed, comment and if you enjoyed the video, and comment your own list as well, and by all means subscribe. Number 10. Number 10 is the Toro Rosso. Now, I do like the car, I do like Toro Rosso, but it's basically the same livery that they had last year. It's just that they've added their halo on because they have to have the halo on, but it's basically just the same livery from last year, so it's not really that new, but it's still pretty eye-catching, but it's not really a new livery as such. Number 9. Number 9 is the Williams Martini Racing, and again it's a pretty similar case as to with the Toro Rosso. I mean, it does look pretty good with obviously with the Martini Racing stripes, which is what they've had when they've been sponsored by them, but it's practically the same livery that they had last year, except of course they've added a bit more black on the side here. So number 8. Number 8 is Ferrari. Now, I quite like Ferrari's 2017 livery. It was a nice equal balance between white and red. The reason why I'm not really a massive fan of this year's car is because it's got too much red on it. I mean, I know Ferrari's colour is red, but the only bit of white that's on it is on the back of the engine cover. And most of it's red, and I'm not really a huge fan of that. Number 7. Number 7 is Mercedes, and this is basically because it's again pretty similar to like last year, but it's the numbers on the back of the engine cover has changed, and it's got more of the turquoisey blue stripes, and I quite like that. I quite like how it's a stripe and not just like a solid block of colour. Number 6. Number 6 is Renault. Now, this new Renault I do quite like. I like how the yellow and the black mixes together perfectly. I do like that. So, for me, it's my 6th favourite because I don't know, it's just a bit more yellow, I think would have been a good idea. Like a bit more yellow on the engine cover, perhaps, maybe. Number 5. Number 5 is Red Bull, and this, I quite like the livery, how the Red Bull itself, like the actual animal of the bull on the front as well as on the engine cover, that has got a yellow outline to it, so then it's basically merged with the yellow sun. And obviously they've got Aston Martin as a sponsor, and I like how it's got the Aston Martin logo on the rear wing. Number 4. Number 4 is the Haas team. Now, I quite like this livery compared to what they had last year personally, because they ran this similar livery in 2016 with the white and the white as silver and the grey and the red. Last year they didn't have the red, but I quite like it now that they've added the red back onto the car and they've gone with a lighter tone of grey. I quite like that, and that's why I rank it 4th favourite. Number 3. Number 3 is Sahara Force India, and I quite liked it when they went pink because it made a change. It's like, so it's a different colour, it's a different car, and I like the amount of white that it's got on it. I guess the only thing really that ruins it is, I know it's their title sponsor, but it says BWT literally nearly everywhere on the car. Number two. Number two is Alfa Romeo Saba. Now, it may look a bland car, but I quite like it because the white and then the um, a scarlet red engine cover with the Alfa Romeo logo on the side of it. I quite like that. And again, I know it's a bland car, but Saab are not really a massive team, and they don't really have funding money to get all of these giant sponsors. And number one, my number one favourite looking car is the McLaren, and I quite like the orange as well as the blue, the fair balance between them, and it's not messed about, it's like properly equally laid out with the blue rear and front wing, and then the whole car being papaya orange. So I quite like that, and I quite like the number that's written in blue and not a different colour. So anyways, did you enjoy this list? If you did, leave a comment. If you enjoyed, comment your favourite liveries. I'd like to see how you rank each of your liveries in your order, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future content. Enjoy and stick around.